to start off. Could you read and make sure that all of this information is correct? Does it look good?
Uh-huh.
Alright, good deal. So did you do anything fun this weekend?
Gonna watch the Super Bowl. That's about it.
That's about it? Yeah?
Yep.
I heard you went to church this morning?
Yeah.
How was that?
It was fine.
Yeah, it was fine. Okay. Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and get started. It's kind of a long test. So then hopefully we can get you out of here so you can go watch the Super Bowl. Okay. So I'm going to read some words. 2 of the words go together. Listen to the words. Fish, milk, fin, spider. Fish and fin are 2 words that go together. So let's do some more. Remember, 2 of these words go together. They are related. Listen to the words and tell me the 2 words that go best together. Dark, hot, soft, cold.
Hot and cold.
Good, good, good. Alright, now listen to some more words. Remember to tell me the 2 words that go together best. Wink, smile, sleep, laugh.
Wink and smile. Alright, no. What were they again?
Wink, smile, sleep, laugh.
Yeah, smile and laugh.
Smile and laugh? Okay. Good. Alright, now I will read some words and listen carefully to each set of words and tell me the 2 words that go together best. North, Celsius, globe, west.
North and west.
Alright, spring, morning, weekend, afternoon.
Morning and afternoon.
Sniff, eyes, see, hand.
Eyes and see.
Dancing, caring, hearing, smelling.
Hearing and smelling.
Smooth, wise, rough, heavy.
Smooth and rough.
Good. Affirming, appointing, achieving, accomplishing.
What were they again?
Affirming, appointing, achieving, accomplishing.
Achieving and accomplishing.
Equal, early, size, alike.
Equal and alike.
Crooked, connected, joined, rotated.
Connected and joined.
Quest, quench, search, literal.
Quest and search.
Longitude, volume, attitude, latitude.
Longitude and latitude.
Good. Enthusiastic, envious, effective, eager.
Enthusiastic and eager.
Permanent, temporary, faulty, stereo.
Permanent and temporary.
Persuade, disagree, persuade, urge, compound.
Can you say them again?
Disagree, persuade, urge, compound.
Persuade and urge.
Occupied, relevant, complicated, vacant.
Occupied and vacant.
Adventurous, prosperous, reliable, wealthy.
Prosperous and wealthy.
Biography, lecture, memoir, parchment.
Memoir and biography.
Very good. Intellect, essential, gradual, crucial.
Can you say them again?
Intellect, essential, gradual, crucial.
Essential and crucial.
Repossess, recycle, renovate, restore.
Renovate and restore.
Informal, apathy, imitation, caricature.
Can you repeat those?
Yep. Informal, apathy, imitation, caricature.
Informal and
Informal, apathy, imitation, caricature. So you said informal and imitation?
Yeah.
Okay. Arid, parched, tricky, serene.
Arid and parched.
Assimilate, incorporate, retaliate, articulate.
Can you say those again?
Yep. Assimilate, incorporate, retaliate, articulate.
Assimilate and articulate.
Assimilate and articulate. Alright. We finished the first one. Woo. Okay. So now we're going to do some following directions. Okay. Sorry, I've got a lot of books to get turned around. Okay. Here are some pictures. I will point to the circle. Now you point to the picture that I name. Point to the triangle. Okay. Point to the X. Point to the circle. And point to the square. So easy, right? Alright. So, now I would like you to point to the pictures in the same order I tell you. Point to the circle and a square. Alright. And another trial. Now I will show you some more pictures. This time I will say go when I want you to point. Remember to point to the pictures in the same order I tell you. Point to the black circle and the white square. Go. Very good. Alright, let's try some more. Remember to point to the pictures in the order that I name them and do not point until I say go. Point to the, oh sorry. Point to the big circle and the little X. Go. Very good. Alright. Okay, we've got one more. Point to one of the rows. Go. Can you touch each shape in the row? Very good. Alright. We'll go ahead and get started. Now let's try some more. Remember to point to the pictures in the order that I tell you. Do not point until I say go. Listen carefully because I cannot say them again. Okay? Alright. Okay. Point to the second circle and the third triangle. Go. Point to the fourth black circle and the first white circle. Oh, sorry. Alright, cool. Easier that way. Point to the two circles that are to the right of a square, then point to the last square. Go. Point to the big black triangle, the little square, and the little white triangle. Go. Point to the last white circle, the little black X, and then to the black circle. Go. Point to a circle and a square before you point to the X and the triangle. Go. Before you point to the little black X and the big black X, point to the little white circle. Go. Before pointing to the last square, point to the first circle and the first X. Go. Going pretty quick. Good job. Before pointing to the last circle, point to the first triangle and the first square. Go. Before you point to the square on the left side of the circle, point to the triangle and the X. Go. Very good. Point to the first triangle, the second circle, and the last triangle. Go. Point to the second square after you point to the third circle. Go. Point to the second little square after you point to the last big triangle and the last little triangle. Go. Point to the X and the circle after you point to the big triangle and the little black triangle. Go. Doing a great job. Point to the little white triangle, then the little circle in the top row, the white square, and the last shape in the bottom row. Go. Can you do that again? Point to the middle triangle in the top row, and in the bottom row, point to the second circle, the last square, and the last circle. Go. Almost done. If there is a big white circle, point to the X above the black circle. If not, point to the triangle below the square. Go. Point to the third circle in the top row, the shape that is bigger than all the others, and if there is an X in the bottom row, then point to the black triangle. Go. Point to the third X and the third little x after you point to the first X. Go. Alright, last one. Point to the big square and the second circle from the right in the top row. But before that, point to the black triangle and all the circles in the bottom row. Go. You do the first two again. Good. Alright, that is Here is a picture of people in a library. I will use the word book in a sentence to talk about this picture. The girl is reading a book, or I could say a book is on the table. Here's another picture. Now you make a sentence about this picture using the word reading. You must make your sentence about something in the picture, and you must use the word reading. Look at the picture to help you think of what to say.
The father is reading a newspaper.
Alright, here's another picture. Now you make a sentence about this picture using the word first. You must make your sentence about something in the picture, and you must use the word first. Look at the picture to help you to think of what to say.
The first person done eating was the girl.
Okay. Now I will say some more words and show you some more pictures. I want you to tell me a sentence using each word I say. You must make your sentence about the picture and must use the word I tell you in the sentence. Before.
The man was before the woman in line.
Because.
The cars stopped because the cop had her arm extended.
Ready? Instead.
The child chose the dinosaur book instead of the robot book.
So great sentences. Alright, until.
The bicycle store was closed until further notice.
Although.
The boy rode his skateboard although he had a broken hand.
Unless.
The boy couldn't play baseball unless he did his homework.
Now I will say 2 words with each picture. Say a sentence about the picture and use both of the words that I say. You can use the word in any order. Okay? If, then.
If the bus didn't stop, then the boy had to walk to school.
And because.
The mom and the children waited because the man extended his arm.
Though, even.
Even though what were the words again?
Even and though.
Even though the girl had 2 options, she could only pick one.
Very good. Or otherwise.
The boys paid before they ate, otherwise they couldn't eat.
After, until.
The boys sat on the curb until the children were done swinging after the woman crossed the road.
After the Very good. Now we're done with that section. Okay. So now we're going to do recalling sentences. Just a second. Okay. Now I'm going to say a sentence. I want you to listen carefully and repeat what I say. Let's try. My sister is in the 6th grade.
My sister is in the 6th grade.
Okay. Listen to another sentence and say exactly what I say. Does Mr. Gomez teach reading?
Does Mr. Gomez teach reading?
Very good. Now, let's try some more. Remember to listen carefully and say exactly what I say because I can only say it one time. Okay? The student who won the award at the art show was very excited.
The student who won the award at the art show was very excited.
The class that sells the most tickets to the dance will win a prize.
The class who sells the most tickets to the dance will win a prize.
After the students had finished the book, the teacher asked them to write a report.
After the students had finished reading the book, the teacher asked them to write a report.
If we had gone straight home after the game, we would not have missed our curfew.
If we had gone straight home after the game, we would not have missed our curfew.
When the students finished studying, they decided to get something to eat before going home.
When the students had finished studying, they decided to get something to eat before they went home.
Coach gave the trophy to the team that won the track meet on Saturday.
The coach gave the trophy to the team who won the track meet Saturday.
The students collected and repaired the toys and sold them at the fair.
The students collected and repaired the toys and sold them at the fair.
Very good. Before they walked across the stage for graduation, the students lined up in alphabetical order.
Before the students walked across the stage for graduation, they lined up in alphabetical order.
Before the students were dismissed for lunch, they were told by the teacher to turn in their assignments.
Before the students were dismissed for lunch, they were told by the teacher to turn in their assignments.
Very good. The math teacher sorted, labeled, boxed, and delivered the calculators.
The math teacher sorted, named, and delivered the calculators.
In some countries, the minimum age for obtaining a driver's license is 18 years, considerably older than in this country.
In some countries, the age for obtainable driver's license is 18, which is considerably lower than the United States, which is 16.
Okay, very good, very good. Okay, now we are going to understand spoken paragraphs. Okay. So listen carefully to what I am going to read you. Afterward, I will ask you some questions about what I read. The movies. After 3 months of renovations, Galaxy Movies is reopening this weekend with a total of 16 theaters. The 2 original theaters have 500 seats each, and the others can each seat 250. If you buy tickets in advance, you can get free popcorn and a free drink to celebrate the reopening. Before the first movies start, there will be a prize drawing in the lobby for free movie tickets for a year. Right?
Okay.
What was this announcement about?
The opening of the newly renovated movie theater.
What do you get if you buy tickets in advance?
Free popcorn and a movie, free pop and popcorn.
Okay. What will happen before the first movie starts?
There will be a raffle for free tickets, movie tickets for a year.
Why was the Galaxy Movies closed for 3 months?
They were renovating all their theaters.
Why do you think the owners decided to remodel the theater?
It was worn down and small.
What 2 things could happen if you didn't buy your tickets in advance?
You would have to pay for your pop and popcorn, and you would have risk of not being able to get a ticket.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Now listen carefully to the next paragraph. I can only read it one time. Remember, I will ask you questions about it. Okay. So, hurricanes. The Atlantic hurricane season is considered to be June 1st to November 30th. These severe storms rotate in a counterclockwise direction around a calm, low-pressure center, called the eye, and travel westward across the ocean. A hurricane starts as a low-pressure zone, builds into a tropical depression, and then becomes a tropical storm. Hurricanes have wind speeds from 74 miles per hour to greater than 155 miles per hour. Weather forecasters watch a hurricane's progression over time and predict its path. If a hurricane heads for a populated area, then weather forecasters can warn people to evacuate. So before a hurricane becomes strong enough to be called a tropical storm, how is it described?
As a tropical depression.
What is an example of a populated area as the term is used in this story?
Orlando, Florida.
What do you think would happen if weather forecasters did not predict the path of a hurricane?
There would be a lot of deaths from people drowning and getting hit by the storm.
Why would a spring vacation not likely be affected by an Atlantic hurricane?
Because the hurricane season is from July 1st to November 30th.
When is the busy season for a hurricane forecaster?
July 1st to November 30th.
Okay. Now on to the next one, okay? Posters for the dance. The dance committee met on Monday with 2 members absent. Shannon had been sick with the flu since last week and could not attend. The meeting just slipped Billy's mind and he went to a friend's house after school to play ball. At dinner, Billy's father told him that the chairman had called to see why Billy hadn't attended the meeting and to remind him about the posters. After dinner, Billy went to his room and looked at the stack of half-finished posters. He remembered that he and Shannon were responsible for the posters. The 2 of them were responsible for putting up the posters Tuesday morning. He couldn't figure out what to do, so he said, "Dad, can I talk to you about something?" Why does Billy need his dad's help?
He needs help finishing the posters.
Name 2 students who missed the committee meeting.
Billy and Shannon.
What did Billy do before dinner?
He went out to play ball with his friends.
What might happen if Billy's father doesn't help Billy with the posters?
He won't get them done.
Right. Cafeteria scandal. The Delmar High School Centennial was nominated for another School News Award yesterday. The winning story will be announced after all nominated stories are reviewed by the judges. The Centennial was nominated for the award for its investigation of school cafeterias. The student journalists uncovered an illegal operation in which the supplier charged full price but only delivered half the meat and produce that was supposed to be delivered. The state school board has issued a statement commending the Centennial's journalists for sniffing out the truth and wish them and journalists from other schools good luck in the state competition. Why would Delmore... I know, I messed up, okay? Why would Delmore High School students think this was an important paragraph to read?
It was a scandal, and a lot of people find scandals interesting.
When will the winning story be announced?
At the state competition.
What did the school journalists do?
They figured out the scandal about the school buying all the meat and only getting delivered half of it.
What two things did the state school board mention in their statement?
They commended those journalists, and they encouraged other journalists to do the same.
Alright, what might have happened if the students had not written their story about the cafeteria?
They would have kept getting ripped off.
Alright, next story. The job search. Jason really needed to earn some extra money. He had a regular job emptying the trash and sweeping the floors in the building where his dad worked, but that was only twice a week. He got paid to tutor his neighbor's son who was in summer school. But Mark only needed help occasionally, and Jason didn't get paid very much. Before he started working at his dad's building, Jason had checked the nearby stores and restaurants and knew they weren't hiring new employees. Jason knew he needed to be creative if he was going to have enough money before school started again. That morning, he saw the newspaper on the table with a big circle around an ad in the Help Wanted section. Aha, Jason thought, maybe I won't have to walk to school this year after all. Why would "Working hard but hardly working" be a good title for this paragraph?
Because he doesn't have a lot of opportunities to work, but when he does, he works really hard.
Who is Mark?
It is the boy who's trying to earn enough money to buy a car.
Before working in his dad's building, what had Jason done about getting a job?
He had tutored one of his fellow classmates and swept at his father's job and took out the trash.
Why wasn't Jason satisfied with the tutoring job?
He only helped sometimes and didn't get paid very much.
Why do you think the Help Wanted ad was left on the kitchen table?
His father was looking through it and found a job that would work for Jason.
Okay. Why is Jason eager to earn money before school starts again?
He wants to buy a car.
Very, very good. Alright. Do you want to take a break now, or do you just want to keep going?
We can take a break.
Take a little break? Okay. Definitions. So I'm going to tell you a word and use it in a sentence. I will then ask you to define the word or tell what it means. You can define or explain what a word means by telling what kind of thing it is and by telling some things about it. For example, I may say the word is giraffe, as in the children said the giraffe is over there. You can tell me what the word giraffe means by saying a giraffe is an animal with a long neck and spotted skin that lives in Africa or in the zoo. Okay? Now I'll tell you another word and ask you to define it. The word is mustard, as in Mom asked, would you like some mustard on your hamburger? Define the word mustard.
A yellow condiment that is used on hamburgers and hot dogs.
Okay, let's try another word. The word is neat, as in Grandma said, You keep your room very neat. Define the word neat.
Tidy or clean.
Okay. Now let's do some more. Remember to listen to the word in the sentence I tell you, then define the word. Tell me what the word means. The word is alone, as in, the girl said, I want to be alone.
By herself.
The word is little, as in, Dad said, there is little left in the box.
Not a lot.
The word is simple, as in, my brother said it was simple to do.
Not complicated.
The word is cactus, as in, Grandpa said, don't touch the cactus.
A pointy plant that grows in the desert.
The word is award, as in, the coach said, you each deserve this award.
Prize for doing something positive.
Can you explain a little more?
It would be like if you won a tournament, you'd get a medal or a trophy.
Alright, the word is guitar, as in the salesperson said, this old guitar is very valuable.
Instrument that you play by strumming strings.
Can you explain a little more?
There's many types, like a bass guitar, electric guitar, acoustic guitar.
Okay, the word is decade, as in the reporter said it's been a decade since the last snowfall.
Long time period. I believe it's 10 years.
The word is souvenir, as in Mom said everyone will get a souvenir.
Something to take home that is antique and valuable in some way.
Okay, the word is committee, as in the secretary said we will form a committee to solve this problem.
Group of people that comes together to solve a problem or an issue.
Pedestrian, as in the driver asked where did the pedestrian go?
A person who walks on the street or in a crosswalk.
Very good. Alright, the word is priority, as in the boss said we need to make this a priority.
Something that needs to be done before anything else.
Okay, the word is autobiography, as in the librarian said look in the autobiography section.
informational book written by yourself about yourself.
The word is treaty, as in the general announced, we signed this treaty.
An agreement between two people that ensures peace or nonviolence.
Good in-depth answers. Okay, the word is negotiation, as in the car dealer said some people avoid negotiation.
When two people argue over a price or a topic.
And can you explain a little more?
If a car dealer and a person, an example of a negotiation would be a price of a car. Like a car dealer wants to go higher and a person wants to go lower.
Anything else?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the word is metamorphosis, as in the science teacher said we will be observing a metamorphosis.
Drastic change in a butterfly when it goes from a cocoon, which is a caterpillar, to a butterfly.
The word is valley, as in Grandma said they went to the valley.
It is a dip in the ground. It's opposite of a mountain. It's smaller than a canyon.
Can you explain a little more?
Usually is below ground. Has water that runs through it. Animals that live in it.
Is that about it?
Yeah.
Okay. So the word is loyalty, as in the new captain said, thank you for your loyalty.
When someone stays true to another person and does not lie or stray away from them.
Alright. Sophie left. The word is conservation, as in my teacher said conservation will help our world.
When you try and limit something to help another thing, so conservation of like habitat would be reducing pollution and increasing recycling, so then trees aren't torn down for paper and wood and all that.
Good. So the word is perseverance, as in the team leader said we accomplished our goals with perseverance.
Pushing through anything, even if you're against all odds.
Can you explain a little more?
Even when you're faced with a difficult task, you are determined to accomplish that goal.
Very
So
good. Very good. Okay, good stuff. The word is riddle, as in the girl asked, do you know a good riddle?
play on words that rhymes and usually has a answer that is a pun or something people wouldn't think of.
word is acknowledgement, as in the instructor said the author did not get the proper acknowledgement.
If someone else uses your work, then they give you exposure and cite your work that they used it. So if a student uses your work for a project, they need to say that they used it and give you credit for it.
Okay, that was the last one for that section. So now we're on to sentence assembly. Okay, so here are some words that can be made into two different sentences. Tall, the boy is. The boy is tall. This sentence tells something. That's one way of doing it. Here's another sentence with the same words. Is the boy tall? This sentence asks something. Turn that on the page. Now I want you to try. Make two sentences using the words I show. Saw, the girl, the boy. Use only these words.
The boy saw the girl saw the boy.
Very good. Alright, so here are some more words. Now make two sentences with these words. Is on the chair, the kitten.
Is the kitten on the chair? The kitten is on the chair.
Very good. Now let's do some more. Oh, sorry. There. Now let's do some more. Each time you will make two sentences using the words I showed you. If you need me to, I can repeat each one once. Those sentences must be logical and make sense. Make a sentence with these words. The teacher assigned homework, didn't.
The teacher didn't assign homework. Didn't the teacher assign homework?
Very good. Okay, so now the words are the runner. Oops, I skipped one. She got, she bought, the job, the car, after.
She bought the car after she got the job.
I'll make a different sentence.
She got the job after she got the car.
Alright, make sure you're using only the words in the sentence, okay? The words are the runner, the race, to win, going, isn't.
The runner isn't going to win the race.
And the next sentence.
Isn't the runner going to win the race?
Very good. The keys, the girl, her pocket, put, didn't, in.
The girl didn't put the keys in her pocket.
And the next sentence.
Didn't the girl put the keys in her pocket?
Very good. Cross, we, the street, here, shouldn't.
We shouldn't cross the street here.
Okay, and the next sentence.
Shouldn't we cross the street here?
Good. Alright. Now turn it around. The lamp, the woman, the table, put, didn't, on.
Didn't the woman put the lamp on the table? The woman didn't put the lamp on the table.
The girl, the boy, an ice cream cone, buy, did.
Did the girl buy the boy an ice cream cone? did the boy buy the girl an ice cream cone?
Very good. Glue could you with that fix?
Could you fix that with glue?
Another sentence?
You could fix that with glue.
Okay. The restaurant, the pizza, to deliver, going, isn't.
The restaurant isn't going to deliver the pizza.
And another sentence?
Isn't the restaurant going to deliver the pizza?
Very good. It, she ate hot, even though was.
It was hot even though she ate it. No. Even though it was hot, she ate it.
The student, the manager, an application, send, did.
Did the manager send the student an application? The student did send the manager an application.
Alright, just a few more left. It, she kept, broken, even though, was.
She kept it even though it was broken.
And another sentence?
Even though it was broken, she kept it.
No, don't, you, it, where, put, you.
Don't you know where you put it?
And another sentence?
You don't know where you put it.
Remember, can't, he, it, if, mailed, he.
He can't remember if he mailed it.
And another sentence?
Can't he remember if he mailed it?
Very good. The nicest the person has, who the most friends is.
The person who has the most friends is the nicest.
And another sentence?
The nicest is the person who has the most friends.
Very good. He left, he caught, the house, the bus, after.
He caught the bus after he left the house.
And another sentence?
He left the house after he caught the bus.
Alright, last one. Was clever, the contest, who the boy won.
The boy who won the contest was clever.
And one more.
The boy who was clever won the contest.
So I'm going to read you some problems to figure out. Each problem has 2 correct answers. Let's do one and see if you can tell me the 2 correct answers. A man is bigger than A. House, B. Button, C. Spoon, D. Plane.
Button and spoon.
Very good. Now listen to this question and the possible answers. Remember, you must tell me the 2 answers that are correct. Jan saw Pedro, Dwayne saw Francis. Who was seen? Jan, Dwayne, Pedro, Francis.
Pedro and Francis.
Now let's do some more problems. Remember to tell me the 2 correct answers. If you need to, I can repeat each one once, okay? An hour is longer than a minute, day, second, morning.
Second and minute.
Teenagers are younger than infants, adults, grandparents, children.
Adults and grandparents.
The ball rolled to the left of the goal. The ball was next to the goal, on the left side of the goal, in the goal, behind the goal.
Next to the goal and on the left side of the goal.
In the alphabet, G comes between L and Z, after C, before M, between A and E.
After E and before M.
After what?
After C and before M.
Yes, making sure. In any month, the 17th comes before the 11th and the 16th, before the 16th, between the 13th and the 19th, after the 11th.
Between the 13th and 19th and after the 11th.
And if you just want to say the letters, that's cool too, okay? Whatever you want to do. The teacher said more people in the class got C's than A's, but most people got B's. There were more C's than A's, more A's than B's, more B's than C's, 6 C's.
AC.
Dan is taller than Jeff, and Lee is taller than both of them. Dan is taller than Lee, shorter than Lee, the tallest, not the shortest.
Can you repeat that again?
Yep. Dan is taller than Jeff, and Lee is taller than both of them. Dan is taller than Lee, shorter than Lee, the tallest, not the shortest.
B.
2 answers.
B and D.
Wanda saw Joe, but not Ricardo or Sandy. They saw her, though. Who was seen?
Wanda and Joe.
The dog sat under the table next to the cat. The food was in a dish on the table. The food was next to the dog, above the cat, under the table, on the table.
Can you repeat that again?
Yep. The dog sat under the table next to the cat. The food was in a dish on the table. The food was next to the dog, above the cat, under the table, on the table.
B and D.
The librarian said, "The library has fewer books on history than on science, but it has the most books on art. There are more books on science than art, fewer books on history than art, the most books on science, more books on art than science."
B and D.
Doing a great job. The pencil was in the box. The box was in a bag next to the locker. The pencil was in the locker, in the bag, next to the locker, beside the box.
Can you say it again?
Yep. The pencil was in the box. The box was in a bag next to the locker. The pencil was in the locker, in the bag, next to the locker, beside the box.
B and C.
The chart lists the countries in alphabetical order. Norway comes between South Africa and Taiwan, after Turkey, before South Africa, after Italy. The chart lists the countries in alphabetical order. Norway comes between South Africa and Taiwan, after Turkey, before South Africa, after Italy.
C and D.
I had some trouble with that when I first read that question too. Jeff said, math is first, followed by science, and then lunch. Math is after science, before lunch, between science and lunch, first.
Can you say it again?
Yep. Jeff said, math is first, followed by science, and then lunch. Math is after science, before lunch, between science and lunch, first.
B and D.
A 3:15 is exactly 3:15, after 3:25, before 3:35, the same as 3:45.
Can you say it again?
A 3:15 is exactly 3:15, after 3:25, before 3:35, the same as 3:45.
A and C.
Carlos chose Lewis, and Dan was chosen by James. Who was chosen? Carlos, Lewis, James, Dan.
Lewis and Dan.
Marie is first in line with Angie and Ken standing behind her. Louis squeezed between Angie and Ken. Louis is A, third in line, B, second in line, C, after Marie, or D, before Marie.
Can you say it again?
Marie is first in line with Angie and Ken standing behind her. Louis squeezed between Angie and Ken. Louis is third in line, second in line, after Marie, before Marie.
A and C.
If a person lived for exactly a quarter of a century, he is 50 years old, younger than 40 years old, older than 30 years old, at least 20 years old.
B and D.
You're doing great. I have a few left. Joe likes to feed the dog after taking it for a walk. Bill prefers the reverse. When does the dog get fed? Joe feeds the dog and then takes it for a walk. Joe walks the dog and then feeds it. Bill feeds the dog and then takes it for a walk. Bill walks the dog and then feeds it.
Can you say it again?
Yep. Sorry. I'm tired. Joe likes to feed the dog after taking it for a walk. Bill prefers the reverse. When does the dog get fed? Joe feeds the dog and then takes it for a walk. Joe walks the dog and then feeds it. Bill feeds the dog and then takes it for a walk. Bill walks the dog and then feeds it.
B, C.
Samira cooks dinner Monday through Thursday, and Raj washes the dishes. Samira and Raj switch duties the other days of the week. What will Raj do during the week? Cook on Friday, cook dinner on Wednesday, wash dishes on Monday, wash dishes on Saturday.
Can you say it again?
Samira cooks dinner Monday through Thursday, and Raj washes the dishes. Samira and Raj switch duties the other days of the week. What will Raj do during the week?
A and C.
Alright, last question. Joe was born in June, AJ in August, and Frank in February. Each year, Joe's birthday comes between Frank's and AJ's birthdays. AJ's birthday comes between Joe's and Frank's birthdays. Frank's birthday comes before Joe and AJ's birthdays. Joe's birthday comes after Frank's and AJ's birthdays.
Can you repeat that again?
Lots of words, right? Alright, Joe was born in June, AJ in August, and Frank in February. Each year, Joe's birthday comes between Frank's and AJ's birthdays. AJ's birthday comes between Joe's and Frank's birthdays. Frank's birthday comes before Joe's and AJ's birthdays. Joe's birthday comes after Frank's and AJ's birthdays.
And C.
Alright, very good. Okay. Now, I will do these two. So you're going to take a little break, or are you still doing good? Little break?
Yeah.
Alright, now you will read some stories. After you read each one, I will ask you some questions about them. So here's the first story. Read it to yourself and tell me when you are finished. And there's 2 pages.
Okay.
Now I'm going to ask you some questions about the story. You may look at it to help you answer the questions. Answer the questions as best you can. What is this story about? Oh, sorry. Got the wrong one. Alright. What is the story about?
Carla and Marcus are being personal assistants for the summer by doing jobs around the house for their neighbors.
Why did Carla and Marcus create a calendar?
They wanted to start their own business of being personal assistants.
Give me a little more.
They will walk dogs, mow lawns, wash cars, take kids to the playground.
Name 3 of the jobs Carla and Marcus advertised they could do.
Walk dogs, mow lawns, wash cars, take kids to the playground.
Very good. Why is it unlikely that shoveling snow would be scheduled on the calendar?
Because it's during the summer, or during July.
Very good. According to the calendar, what's Carla's second job of the month?
Feed and walk the Garcia's dog.
During the week of the 18th, what job must Marcus complete before he babysits the youngest children?
Plant flowers for Mrs. Long.
If a neighbor calls to schedule a job on Saturday, July 10th, who is more likely to take the job and why?
Carla, because Marcus already has a job mowing Mr. Smith's lawn.
Good. The first sentence describes Carla and Marcus as counting the days. What does that mean in this story?
They are anticipating the end of school and beginning of summer.
Good. On which day of the week will August begin?
Sunday.
Why were Carla and Marcus so happy?
Because they have a lot of people that are scheduled for them to work for.
Good. I'll go ahead and turn the page. Alright, here's another story. It's 2 pages long. Read it to yourself and tell me when you're finished. So what is the story about?
The formation of an island from underwater volcanoes.
What did James do after getting out of school?
He went home and flipped through the channels on the TV and saw that the new island was formed.
Okay. What geological change was described in this story?
New island formation.
What did James hear on the news?
That a new island was formed.
What did James do after he heard the news about the new island?
He knew he was ready to present his report.
Can you give me more?
Showed pictures that supported his presentation and explains that the islands of Hawaii were actually formed by underwater volcanoes.
Where did he get the information needed to complete his presentation?
The news.
Can you give me more?
It was on the 5 o'clock news on TV and in the library.
Good. What happens to the lava that erupts from an underwater volcano?
It rapidly cools down, forming solid rock.
Why did James think he was ready to present his report?
Because he had done his research and he knew the information from the TV and the library.
Good. And what grade do you think James will get on his presentation?
A 100.
Good. Okay. Now we are all done with that. That was an easy one, right?
Extremely.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and give you this right off the table is a little bumpy. And here's a pen to use. So now I'm going to ask you to write. You'll use this pen and this page. If you make mistakes or errors while writing, please cross them out and continue writing. Obviously, you can't erase. Here is a paragraph about catching the bus. Every morning, Eric waits for the bus at the corner. The next sentence is incomplete. Read the half sentence aloud and write the rest of the sentence so that it is complete and follows the first sentence and makes a story. If you make an error or misspell a word, cross out the error and continue writing.
So I just write,
Yep.
finish it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now write another sentence after that follows the first two. And finishes the story. Sorry. Alright, now tell me what you wrote.
Today it was raining, so he waited inside his house for the bus. When the bus came, he walked out to get on the bus with his umbrella over his head.
Good. Alright, now let's do some more. We start with this one. Okay. This paragraph is about a school play. Read the first sentence, finish the second sentence, and write 4 more sentences that follow to make a story. So you're going to have 20 minutes to do so, and even if you don't take that long, that's fine. But, okay?
Okay.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Now let's do some more. This paragraph is about the mystery on Route 9. So you're going to read the first sentence, finish the second sentence, and write 4 more sentences that follow to make a story. Okay, you'll have 20 minutes and we'll let them get started. All done?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, good job. That is the end.
More.
4. Right. Sounds like playing, Stan. You ready to lose?
Yeah.
Ooh, tough one. Dang it.
Oh. Oh.
It's gonna be a quick game.
Oh yeah, it will. Oh.
So aces are high then?
Yes, aces are always high. Oh. I'm just on a roll.
Give yourself all the good cards? Not for long. Not for long.
Take all my low cards and put into that.
Not that long. Ooh. Ooh.
That was 6.
That's a 9.
That's 6.
That's a 9. Look, it's a top.
Oh, okay.
I keep beating you by just 1. Yeah, take that card. Okay.
It's a killer. Never expected to. Boom.
Mm. You're so good. Ooh. You're so good.
Who's in the lead? Oh,
Ooh.
more. So you just put down cards until...
You know, you flip 3. Or you put down 3 and flip another one? Is that how it goes? I think you put down 3 and then you flip the other one.
Flip another one?
Yeah, flip it on top and then the winner gets all of the cards. I would shuffle up your cards a little bit though.
Okay. So what do we do? Put it on 1 or?
So you keep them in a pile.
Yeah.
And then you flip your top card over on top. Score! Do not cheat.
I'm happy with those losses.
Oh. Yeah, how ironic is it that we both had 2 as our war card? Alright, ready? Woo! Woo! It's okay. It's okay. I'll take that loss. Woo!
I'll take that one too.
Yeah, I know. Oh. I thought it was an 8.
No, not today.
Woo!
Oh,
that was a good one.
You dirty dog.
That was a good one. Woo! Those aces are coming in handy, aren't they?
I got 2 here too. It's not like it matters.
Oh, it matters.
Oh.
Ooh, okay, a 4, really? You're happy about that?
I'm extremely happy. Oh. Better shuffle those in.
Yeah.
You're gonna get annihilated this round.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Ready?
It's off to a good start. Oh.
Should we see who has the most after this one and then get back to it?
Oh.
It's looking like it's gonna be you. Gosh dang it.
Oh.
All my bad cards are all together.
Oh.
This is unfortunate.
Oh.
Woo!
Oh, Kendall.
This is embarrassing.
Oh,
that
Kendall.
was a good card too.
Oh, Kendall. Oh, Kendall.
Shush.
Oh, I thought it was going to be 2. Whoa.
That was a 2.
I thought that was a 7.
That is oh, you thought yours was a 7? They look a lot alike, actually. Woo! Here we go. Comeback. Don't call it a comeback.
Oh! Silence the haters.
Ooh.
Oh! Dagger.
Yes.
Dagger.
I thought we were going to end after this one. So do I just end with my last 4? One more. Alright. Let's go. Play. I'm ready. I'm ready to win. You little cheater.
1, 2, 3.
Bazinga.
Bazinga.
You are such a cheater.
I didn't cheat that time.
You did.
I might have cheated on that one.
Oh.
Oh, dagger. Oh,
it's not even fair.
Oh, I got a king and jack. I got 3 jacks. What did I get to keep? 9, 7, and a 3.
Well, I'm almost glad I didn't win. Oh, baby. Got that 2 game.
Oh, got that 2 games. Oh, let's ward out. Oh, what did I get? King?
Ah! You got a queen. That's the only really good card you got, but that's okay.
I think I may win.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see. Game's not over yet.
That's
Oh. Well,
Your pile is 2.
This pile is bigger than yours, though. 4. 6.
Whoa. Dose.
Woo.
If there's an ace in there. Oh my gosh. Oh, you got it too.
But I got
Congrats.
ace and a king.
Congrats.
Oh, baby.
Congrats. Oh, baby. Oh.
Yeah. Try to take that from me.
Try and take this from me. Not
I'm
today.
Oregon. Okay, so do you want to count them up and see who won?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. How many did you have?
20. There are 52 cards?
Yeah.
I had to have 22. I don't think I had 22 though. I didn't have 22, I just can't count.
Oh, isn't that him? Yeah.
Humiliating. Not as humiliating as that was.
Humiliating.
Okay, I'll go ahead and pause. I'm planning on seeing a movie this weekend, and I was wondering if you suggested any, or if you'd seen any that you thought were good recently.
One movie that I saw was Concussion with Will Smith.
Was that good? I heard it's really good.
Yeah, it was really exciting, and I'm actually doing a project about it right now. So I learned a lot of information from it, and it's based on a true story, so it's really interesting.
Yeah. Are you doing your project on, like concussions, or on the movie itself?
On concussions and helmets.
And helmets? Because didn't you get a concussion in football?
Nope.
You got them all outside of football?
Yep.
That's funny.
2 in basketball and 1 at church camp.
It's a funny story. But, so are you planning on playing football this next year, or do you think you're done with?
I'm done with football.
Done with it for good?
Mhm.
Done with cross country too?
Yep, I'm gonna be a student manager for football.
That's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like what Brenton did, where you're like a student
Stats.
coach kind of thing, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna do stats and film and stuff.
That's exciting. Do you have to do stuff over the summer too then, or do you just come in the
I think I just come in the
fall and? Well, that's fun.
Mhm.
That's fun. How are classes going?
They're going.
They're going? Has geometry gotten better since you switched classes?
Yeah.
A lot better?
I think I have a 96 right now, so.
Good. Good. I know Mom was saying that you better do better this semester, or she was going to be mad that you had to quit choir and all that. But you're still doing choir, aren't you?
Independent studying.
And so, yeah, you're still in it. I'm not liking it. Why?
Yeah, it's just. We do way more work in that than we ever did in choir, so. And it's one-on-one, so it's.
You have to get everything just perfect. Well, it's a good thing that you're so perfect and you don't have to try very hard, right? Okay. Alright, well, I'll let you get going so you can get back to the